Hello. Do these YouTube live streams. I need to look right there. It can get really finicky. I'm using an iPhone, and I think it's like dependent upon how I initially set up the live stream, like a couple of days ago or a day ago, I guess it was. How I had the phone position will kind of lock in to YouTube how it wants you to keep the phone position when you actually go live. Does that make any sense? So what happened is this probably really boring? I don't know. But anyway, so I every time I go live, not every time, but a lot of times when I go live, I have to move the phone the other direction. Okay? Like, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's not too weird when I go. Let's see what it looks like when I go like that. So you kind of see if I can flip this. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't really see how you're seeing this now. It doesn't want me to flip the phone the other direction. Isn't this exciting? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to move the phone a little bit so we have a little bit better shot here. Yeah, it's really frustrating that it does that. I don't know why it does it. Yeah, all right. So this is a little bit more kind of peculiar, the way this, I've got this now. Or peculiar, not, well, it's not really, I don't feel that good about how well this phone is in this mount right now. But we're gonna do it anyway, right? I want you to have a clear view. Look at that. It's a beautiful day. My goodness, it looks like a topwater day to me. We're gonna certainly try some topwater here. There's an area where I think a frog could work, so we're gonna give that a shot. It's probably the first thing I'm gonna try. Let me lock this down a little bit more. So it's just a lot of trial and error goes into this, like anything. Coming back to me, prepare yourselves. Tight shot. Yeah. So got to look at the camera. Very important to look at the camera. I'm on a small lake in kind of near the metro of Minneapolis. And I'm not going to give any more hints than that, especially if you're in Minnesota, because actually I'm going to tell you something. I've actually never been on this lake, but I've selected this lake because of the cell signal. We shouldn't have any issues with cell service today, unlike the last time I did a live stream. So we've got 5 bars just kicking. So what do you say we go bass fishing? All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find my frog rod, which, here it is here. Okay, that is my frog rod. And this is a poppin' frog made by Booyah, and I've really learned to love this thing. I initially thought that the plastic on this frog was gonna be a little bit too stiff, but I've actually had really good hookup, a good hookup ratio on this thing. So thank you, Booyah. So yeah, look at that, Mojo Bass. Gotta love that name. Okay, here we go. I'm moving the trolling motor over to a lily pad bay, and it's great too because there's absolutely no wind right now, and it makes boat positioning so much easier, especially when you're just using a trolling motor on the back of a kayak. The wind can really kind of wreak havoc. So how's everybody doing today? Appreciate you watching. Maybe you're watching on your lunch break. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this live stream, but we'll just see how the fishing is. Although it really typically doesn't matter. Even if the fishing's bad, it's hard for me to get off the water. So I'm going to stand up, and you can see we've got this beautiful bay here. and it's got lily pads, and I'm gonna have a hard time believing there isn't some largemouth in here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to catch them on top, on a frog on these lily pads. If that doesn't work, we're gonna work down this bank with a jig on these docks. This lake has a good number of docks, so who knows, this might become my favorite live streaming lake. Let's see, we got about 80 degree, yeah, it's 80.7 degree water temp right now. And I'm just gonna start throwing this frog around. What I've been doing lately with this frog, it's been crazy. I've been actually just letting it sit. But I'm gonna see if they'll hit this thing more aggressively, like moving it. I'm kind of just positioning, getting myself situated right now, but it's not a really good cast. I need to be closer to those lily pads, but I'm gonna work it fast at first and see if I can catch them, you know, working it faster. But if that doesn't work, I'm gonna slow down and just actually dead stick it right on the surface. My two biggest largemouth this year have been caught on this frog and just letting it sit. I've been messing with the trolling motor, and my two biggest fish this year have been, while I've been messing with my trolling motor, letting the frog sit, like for like 10 seconds. It's kind of crazy. Oh, these conditions are nice for like even a buzzbait. I could see a buzzbait working. All right, so we're just gonna move through these lily pads, see if we can't catch one on a frog. Guys, send some positive vibes my way. No more getting skunked on live streams. That was tough on my ego. Fishing more, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? We have got to go fishing sometime. Seriously. I love your stuff. Your Instagram, they call that a page? Instagram account is kick-ass, man. Love your stuff. Fishing more, he's up in, you're up in northern Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, and hell of a fisherman. Fishes for all kinds of stuff. Appreciate you joining me, dude. I've even seen Fishing More fish with some of the members of the Guggen squad a few times. They know where to go. They know where the action's at. All right, so this looks, I mean, come on now. Seriously. See, the water temp is 80. We had a front that just moved through. I don't know if that's gonna be doing something to these fish, but man, there's great, looks like coontail. I'm not an expert on vegetation by any means, but I'm sitting in what looks to be a patch or a weed bed of coontail right below me. So, I mean, I could move out and pitch a jig out deep or two to that stuff. Docks are, I'm probably gonna fish docks after this, because docks are really, for largemouth, are a no-brainer. They're just like, ooh, okay, one just surfaced, one just busted over there. A bass, so that's a good sign. I might have to just slow this frog down a little bit. Fishing more. Thanks, dude. I will drop you a direct message, and yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's get something together. Keep up the good work, dude. Love your passion for fishing. That's one of the cool things about just social media and YouTube, and just the fact that the connections you can make with people. And I mean, I've met people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. Not to be cheesy or anything, but seriously, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna slow this frog down a little bit. It's very hard to do. Very hard to do. Come on. You get into the summer in Minnesota, it seems like that when it hits 80-degree water temperature, they get in a funk. You gotta really slow down. And this lake is pretty close to Minneapolis, so it might get quite a bit of pressure. By the way, I still haven't really figured out a way to set the hook with this contraption on my chest, so there could be a lot of missed fish today. Decado, man. Doesn't it? It looks awesome, doesn't it, Decado? My gosh, it's sexy in here. But that doesn't, here's the thing. I got to slow this frog down. I'm almost positive. I'm just going to hardly move this frog on this cast. That's actually where one busted earlier. I'm just going to let this thing sit. I'm just going to move this very slowly, because these largemouth in Minnesota, when the water temperature is at 80 and above, they don't want to chase, I think. It's gonna be hard. We got to be patient, everybody. We got to be patient. Boy, this looks awesome in here, though. My goodness. So who's looking forward to the weekend? Any big plans? I heard a frog over there. What ICAST baits do you like? Let me see here, Dakota, 1 second. What ICAST baits do you like this year? Seen a lot of Whopper Plopper rip-offs. I saw that Bass Pro Shops has a double Whopper Plopper. And that looks interesting. I haven't used it. Todd Rao, if you're on this live stream, I believe you bought some. I'd like to know your impressions of it, but I'm trying to think. The baits, some of the baits I've seen so far, it's really crazy. So Real Tree is getting into fishing, and they've actually got worms out that this is going to sound ridiculous if you haven't heard this yet, but they've got worms they've actually got dirt in the bag. These plastic worms, they've put dirt in the bag. So I mean, I think that's ridiculous. I mean, it's probably helps to mask the scent, so maybe it's not so ridiculous. but it is kind of it's ridiculous. You could put dirt in the bag yourself. I missed that comment, Ducato. But you're gonna load up on Guggen baits. I have not. I've not seen. I've not used any Guggen baits. Yeah. Here's the reality, Ducato. There's so many plastic baits out there. So many. There's so many creature baits out there. And you really, I mean, you know, is one creature bait better than another creature bait? I don't know, man. So I think the Guggens are cashing in on their popularity, and that's what you do, right? But I don't know. They might have some really good baits. I should be fair. But the reality is so many baits are just made to really, I mean, hook. I mean, you've heard this. You know, hook fishermen more than fish. And so you got to watch out for there's a lot of BS out there. Yeah, so you know, everybody, if you've watched enough of our stuff on another fishing show, I'm a big supporter of power bait. The power bait that the thing is, there's different, like if you get certain power baits don't smell right. Like their color combinations, they have to get a certain color combination. I feel like the power bait, they have to use a little bit different formulation, and I don't like those formulations. I like the formulation when you open up the bag, it smells kind of terrible, and that's the power bait that I've seen. You know, power worms. You know, the plastics that I've seen actually attract smallmouth bass. There's a carp that just got airborne. Did you see that? I don't feel as confident opening up the bag, and it has a different smell to it. They're still calling it power bait, but it's a different smell. I don't like that stuff. Certain color combinations, like black works, that's a good smell. Green pumpkin, good smell. When they get into the exotic colors, like, you know, blues and stuff, you'll notice the smell doesn't, the more exotic colors, the smell isn't really right. We're gonna have to abandon this frog thing here pretty soon. We're gonna hit some docks. We got some sun coming out. Let me tell you, it's humid out, everybody. I mean, it looks froggy as hell in here, but I'm not gonna die in here. Yeah, so Ducato, that max scent power bait, looks really awesome. I mean, power bait is strong enough, and so if they're adding more of that scent, it's got to be pretty badass. The thing that when you use power bait, the thing that you have to kind of there's a trade-off in that, you know, you won't get the real good color combinations with power that you can with just regular soft plastics. And then also, especially when it pertains to gulp, the actions, because of the formulation they use, the actions aren't as fluid, if you will. You don't have as great of actions on particularly the gulp. Jailfish, I'm trying, brother. That new power bait, okay. They said the colors are matte finishes. Yeah, so those matte finishes on the power bait are typically a result of the formulation, that scent that they're putting in. They can't get these real exotic colors using that scent formulation. I had to throw this frog up here just a little bit. We got a nice Trey, what's up, brother? We got a nice I was a little late too. We got like a point here. It's a point. I can see, like, if you drop a jig right down in there, We can do that. Hold on. Let me just work this frog real quick through here. I'm gonna drop a jig right on the edge of this stuff. I've never fished this lake. You guys gotta bear with me here. It's just got great cell service here. It looks fishy as hell. All right, I get this frog away. This is ridiculous. This frog is giving you enough of a shot here. The people need to see some fish catching. All right, so let's see here. I need to pick up a jig. All right. So this right here, what is that? Who knows what that is right there? Who knows what this is? I'm pretty sure some people already know what this is. Just gonna text this. It's creature bait of some sort, isn't it? Whoever knows what this bait is, it's close. That's close, Trey. It's that style of bait. Decado, you've won nothing. You're the winner. It is a biffle bug, Jean LaRue biffle bug, and I've got it on a 1/4 ounce bait that's pegged. And I still don't know how to set the hook with a bait caster with this on my chest. Gonna be interesting. I gotta set it left of the camera. We're sitting in 5 feet of water, 80-degree water temp. I've got lily pads all over my transducer. Sun is coming out. It's very humid. Very humid. God, I love there's no wind right now. It's perfect. I mean, at least for control. Maybe not for fish catching, but control it is. I'm gonna have to put some sunglasses on here shortly. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you. You guys are like what I'm doing out here. I know you'll like it more if I catch a bass. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up. Appreciate it. And yeah, if you share the video, let people know I'm live. Maybe we can just do this and make this a thing. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. We got some deep grass out here. There should be some largemouth in it. I mean, if I was a largemouth, I'd be in it. Oh, that biffle bug is sexy, let me tell you. I got sunglasses on where I burn my retinas. I picked these up at a convenience store. That's how I roll. Fishing more. I am from called Livestream Gear. Just go to livestreamgear.com or type in Livestream Gear, and it's a chesty mount with a goose, and then I mount the phone on that, and then I have a battery that's in a front pocket, shirt pocket line. I plug it into the phone into. Yeah, those swing head, yeah, those heads, Decado are nice. Just off the water for lunch. Tough bite this morning. You're welcome, Fishing More. Tough bite this morning. Great. That's great. All right, there's some deep grass right here. I don't need any more tough bites. I can't. I don't need any more of that. Try to give you more of a shot here of what I'm fishing. A little bit of scattered grass over here. Boy, it is humid. I gotta start fishing these docks. Oh goodness. Okay, well, this is the joys of live streaming here. My phone, since the sun just came out, my phone overheated. So I apologize for all this these technical difficulties. Well, we're gonna work through them. All right, we're just gonna work through them. And let's see. Dan, that's nice of you if you're still there. I do know what a tough bite is. I experienced one. It's nice of you to say that. I mean, I'm tickled that you would say such a nice thing. I experienced a tough bite last Friday. Of course, the moment I make that smart aleck comment, my stream freezes up. It wasn't your fault, Dan. It's my fault. My phone got too hot. Hope I'm not missing choice words from Greg. Keep up the great content. AFS, love your stuff. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it, brother. Okay, we're back. And I'm going to kind of keep my phone. I think part of the problem is I've got a battery plugged into my phone, and that might be, that's probably getting it hotter than normal. So hopefully that won't happen. Hey, it might, probably will, whatever. We're just gonna roll with it, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna move over to this dock. There's a sexy dock over here. Yeah, just stick with me, guys. I mean, if I lose you again, it's because it's because my phone is overheating, and I'll just cool it down. I'll be back with the live stream, so just be patient. And this dock right here, we're gonna catch a largemouth off it. We're gonna catch a largemouth off this dock. If I can get the boat position right. I don't want to get too close to this dock. Okay, I'm not even gonna stand up right now because I'm a little bit too close to this particular dock. I gotta get my troller. I gotta get my trolling motor positioned correctly. The great thing about docks is that, like, heat of the day, you can just go to docks and typically catch fish out of docks when nothing else is working. I've got to get my boat positioning down here. Okay. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna stand up now. That was kind of a half-ass cast, but it's a little hard to pitch with this contraption on my chest, I'm not gonna lie. That felt like a bite right there. There's a fish. Got him. Oh, and he just came off. Do you guys see that? Part of the problem there was me trying to figure out how to set the hook, but that's a good sign. That didn't take long. We're gonna catch some fish off docks today. Say, not a bad largemouth. I think I'm just gonna set the hook to the left of this camera from now on. That should have been a caught fish right there. That is not easy to pitch with this contraption. That sucked. You might have been able to see that fish. I saw him. I don't know if he showed up in the live stream or not. That was not a good pitch. I'm gonna go right down the center here. There. That should be a fish there. When you're fishing docks too, these are all rolling docks here, and they all have wheels on them. There's a wheel right there. You really want to, the wheels are like the best parts of these docks. Bummed I didn't get that fish in the boat. Move off this dock a little bit. I cannot. There's got to be another fish under there. There can be a lot of fish under a dock too. Don't just think there's one under there. There's usually a number of them. That's not really what I wanted to do. There's one. There's one. Man, is he fighting like crazy. He's not a big fish. He's not a big fish. But he's a fish. All right. There he is. Sports fans. All right. First one under a dock right there. There's another one that was on this side of the dock, so we'll let this dude go. The water is kind of clear, but I'd say it's stained. It's got a kind of greenish tint to it, but it's somewhat clear. It's actually a pretty good water clarity. Yeah, that was a nice icebreaker. We need to get a 4-pounder now, right, JL? So there's probably there's a pounder still under here somewhere. That's not where I want to be. I'm going to try to get in this, beneath this. There we go. Get under this boat lift here a little bit. Ooh, this looks sexy in here. I'm too close now. I'm gonna back up a little bit with my trolling motor. I'm encouraged, and these are terrible pitches, I realize. I'm encouraged that I was able to set the hook with this contraption on. Got a little bit of cloud cover now, feels good. You never just want to catch like one fish off a dock and go, oh, there's no more, you know, because that one spook. There's usually they don't get that spooked. It doesn't mean that you can't catch multiple fish just, you know, off one dock. Let's see what we're gonna. Let's go. I gotta clear this. Oh, Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? When pitching, I mean, it's every once in a while you gotta just do that, clear your line. The line on your spool gets so loose from making multiple pitches that you just gotta you gotta do it once in a while. Let's see if I can just kind of try to work the edge of this thing a little bit. Edge of this dock. Although it's got a lot of grass in it. I can see a tire. This is a crazy. We're just gonna do it anyway. I don't know how I'm gonna get a fish out of here if I get one, but there's a tire right there. That felt very fishy right there. Right in this corner. Yes. See all that delicious vegetation down there? The reason why docks are so great is it's just overhead cover, you got all this vegetation where it's vertical cover, and that's great, but if you docks, it's this horizontal cover, and it provides amazing shade. They just feel super secure under docks. I mean, it's one of the best cover there is. My favorite. So there, I'm gonna do one more pitch in this dock, and actually, I want to do. All right. Well, my phone is having some serious overheating issues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cover it with this. Well, the problem is that how then do I? Yeah, we're having some serious overheating issues with my phone. I never really took about that being an issue. So I'm trying to cover it with this rag that I have. Which is really a pain. But we're working through things here. And there's a dock right in front of me here. Dock right over here. I'm really annoyed that this phone, it must, just doing a live video must really work a phone hard. So I'm trying to think of a way that I could keep some sun off this thing. Let me think about this here. Maybe put my hat on it? If I just put a... just do something like that. Just try that for a little bit. All right, we'll try that. I have my hat kind of breaking up a little bit, adding a little bit of shade on the phone, but there's a dock right here that probably fish. What do you say? Can you guys see that all right? Oh, do something like that. All right, I'm gonna put this hat kind of over Hopefully that'll do. Shade it a little bit. And I gotta find my trolling motor handle. All right. There should be a big fish on this dock right here. Big fish on this dock. Come on, big fish. That's not a good cast. I'm getting too close to the dock. I don't want to get too close to this dock. I gotta back off the dock. Back off the dock. I feel like there's a big fish under this boat right here. All right. Big fish under this boat. Come on. Come on, big fish. Motor. This trolling motor up a little bit. Motor. This trolling motor up a little bit. That's not a good. Kind of messed up on my boat positioning right now. That would work. That's a good pitch right there. Come on, fish. There's got to be a fish under this dock and under this boat. I can see a big one coming out of here. I'm not really positioned the way I want to be positioned, though, is the only problem. I got to kind of reposition this kayak. Hopefully we still have good. We're still live streaming. And I'm kind of messing up the boat positioning here. Too close to this dock. All right, so that. Let's see what we got going on here. Chris, what's up, brother? Gosh, has it been 40 minutes we've been doing this? I missed one and I caught one off a dock, Chris. So that. All right here, we're gonna stand up. We got a little bit of cloud now, so hopefully that'll keep this phone from overheating. I'm just trying to find a way to keep this hat on here. We're gonna try to keep this hat off for a while. Hopefully it won't overheat. We have some cloud cover now. All right, so right here, oh my gosh, this should have a big fish. Right there. Right there. That should have a fish on it. Dang it, now we got the sun coming out and this phone is gonna get too hot. There's gonna be a big fish underneath this dock, I'm telling you. Hopefully you guys can see. I got my hat on the phone right now. Let me know if you can see right now. Because I'm worried that my phone is or that my hat is blocking the lens of the phone right now. Come on, fish. I know there's a big fish in here. They might be back in more. Oh God. Just knocked my hat off there a little bit. A lot of vegetation in this lake, which every natural lake has a lot of vegetation. I gotta get one. I gotta pull one out of here. This dock is too good looking. Just let go. Dang it. Just let go. There's one under this dock, I guarantee you. Come on, fish. Right by this motor. Come on. All right, we're gonna throw back farther into this dock. Sit down here a little bit so I can get closer to this thing. That's too close. Yeah. That's too close. That's too close. That's way too close. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna take the hat off the phone here. Let's see if we can get back in there a little bit. There are some big houses. PGH bottom feeders, what's up? Yeah, I've caught one little one and lost a little bit bigger one. I'm surprised that there's nothing on this dock. I kind of botched it up a little bit, but all right, we're gonna move to another dock, and in the meantime, we got some cloud cover now, so hopefully my phone isn't going to overheat. What's the target fish? The target fish is largemouth bass today. Largemouth bass. Get ready for a close-up. Yeah, I've been having some overheating issues, big time. And let's see if I can make this more of an appealing angle. Yeah, I've been having some overheating issues with this phone. I got a little bit of cloud cover right now, so I don't think it will overheat. But as soon as that sun comes out, I got to get this. I got to put my hat over the phone. So it's kind of stupid, but this is what you do, you know. I mean, when you're live streaming, there's all kinds of you punching pads and weed beds. I am fishing docks, PGH. I am pitching docks right now, but I will right now, for instance, I'm actually in. This looks sexy as hell, to be honest. I'll probably come back through this. I'm in a big expansive weed bed right here, right? And it goes out to a point out this way, out to deeper water, I would assume. And that looks like a fantastic place to catch bass once I fish these docks. So I'm liking that we got some cloud cover now. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm in the metro too, Dutch. Just close to the metro. When I say metro, I'm talking Minneapolis, St. Paul, to those that are outside of Minnesota. All right, so this dock right here. Let's get with the program. Catch a 5-pounder out of here. Yeah, we got cloud cover now. I'm hoping that stays, so this phone doesn't overheat anymore. When there's cloud, I would use top water lures. Yeah, I know about the top waters, but I'm all about the top water. But it's been going from cloud to sunny, and I did try top waters with some clouds earlier. I tried a poppin' frog, and they weren't into it. So I'm gonna still fish these docks for a little bit. That might work right there. That might work. The thing I don't like about this particular dock is that there's just weeds all over it. Oh, that's not a good cast. I like a dock that actually is pretty clean, because these fish have all kinds of, oh my gosh, that's a hell of a cast right there. I'm making noise. Yeah, I hear you. I do too. I love throwing moving baits when it's overcast, and that doesn't mean I won't still do it. Oh my God, can I fish this dock any crappier? There's an opening over here. I just can't. I'm botching this all up. I gotta get my biffle bug fixed here. But it's hard to fish a dock if there's vegetation all over it. And I feel like it doesn't, I don't know if it doesn't attract bass as much if there's if there's vegetation around, but I know at least it's harder to fish. Oh, come on. I'll just let it sit. I've had the best luck here lately just letting frogs sit, man. Not even moving them. Takes so much patience though. So who's working right now and being productive? I know I ask this every time, but I love the idea of people watching this on their on their lunch break, but then still watching it when they're supposed to be working. Okay, let's get back into those pads. Come on, let's get serious here. Not working. Good for you, Chris. I applaud you. All right, I'm just gonna. Well, at work, not working. Nice, Dutch. This looks sexy or what in here? Guys, this is the I've actually fished this body of water, so nice, Jail. Work is slow. You're making me want to pull out my kayak. Right on, Scott. Hey, thanks for joining, Scott. Jaspers. Earl Christian's at work, but who cares? It's a fishing show. Oh man, Earl, thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Especially during work. It's kind of the idea of this. You know? Blowing off work to go fishing. I mean, that's everybody's dream. That's right, Dutch. Another fishing show. I gotta figure out a way to cool this down. I have to devise some kind of a pack for my phone when I do these live streams on hot days. I'm a little worried we don't have a lot of water in this lily pad field here. I'm gonna back up. So what's everyone's favorite way to fish for largemouth? Yeah, let's see. I really love throwing a buzz bait when the conditions are like this, but popper, yeah. But with the water temperature, it's been off here lately, so I feel like I've really got to slow down more. Oh, I should really be casting these lily pads over here. All right, I'm gonna stand up here for a second. Move this rod back here. And over here. Punching out. I love doing that too, man. Punching thick cover. Right on, Earl. That sounds pretty good. I pretty much love all forms of fishing. I haven't met a fish I didn't like. This is a pretty shallow flat here. There's not a whole lot of water on these lily pads. Guys, if you enjoy the live stream, please give me a thumbs up. Share the video, let people know that I'm live streaming right now. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Another Fishing Show. Hit the bell icon and you'll be notified every time that we go live or upload new content. These are a little bit deeper lily pads over here. That feels pretty sexy right there, let me tell you. Just hoping this cloud cover stays. Ooh. One just jumped over there. I don't think it was that big. We want this cloud cover to stay to keep my iPhone from overheating. We're gonna catch them off these docks. We got a bunch of docks through, and we'll catch them on, pitching a creature bait around these docks, I'm sure, but it would be cool to pick one up on a frog in these lilies. All right, we're gonna keep on moving on. Keep on moving on. Lots of vegetation here. I believe this is coontail. I'm not a vegetation expert, unfortunately. Got a little bit of wind coming up now that probably will not hurt the fishing. Breeze, and it should keep my phone from overheating. I'm liking this little patch of lily pads right here. Here. not that big of a fan of shallow docks. I'm not gonna fish this dock. It's just too shallow. I will throw a frog over there though. Some water on the lens, thank you for that. I have just the thing. How's that? Thanks for the heads up. There's a fish right there. God dang it, you guys see that? It's kind of tough. I don't know if he ever really had it very well. This is really... I should probably have a Senko tied on. All right, we'll do one more pitch by that dock. I don't think that fish was that big. That was not where I wanted to be. Yeah, I'm not feeling this dock. It's too shallow in there for my liking anyway. All right, so we're gonna zip over. We're gonna zip over to this other dock and see what's going on. Yeah, there's my face. And I have not fished this body of water before, so this is a learning experience. You're here for the ride as I try to learn this lake. Martin, what's up, brother? Hey, Greg, how's Pete doing after his encounter with the seat on that float the other day? Well, I think his ribs have recovered. Yeah, I think we were a little concerned that maybe he might actually have a broken rib or two, but sounds like he's doing okay now, so thank goodness. Yeah, these docks are all real shallow in here. Might be able to pick one off a frog right next to a dock. I can't even really get in there with this trolling motor. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna fish this frog around these docks a little bit. Right there. Yeah, that's kind of sexy. Come on. One more cast of this frog along this dock, and then we're going to move on to the next dock and hopefully try to get underneath it. I tried to skip it under that dock and didn't really work. Let me try to get a little bit closer. That'll work. Come on, be a big one underneath there. All right, we're gonna move on and find a dock with less vegetation and more depth of water. I'm hoping that these docks up here, we got a swim platform. Swim platforms can be pretty darn good. Might want to fish that first. Definitely gonna give that a shot, I think. Thank God we got some cloud cover because it was getting hot. All right, so let's see if we can catch one on a creature bait off this swim platform. That was not a good cast. Bear with me here. That's more like it. That's more like it. Come on, big fish. Swim platform. I am 4.2 feet. All right. Come on, come on. 5-pounder, come on. We're gonna fish these docks here shortly, but I want to hit this a little bit. 5-pounder on the live stream, come on. We've got some vegetation in the trolling motor. Yeah, that's great. Oh boy. Some serious vegetation in the trolling motor. All right. That's not where I want to be. I want to be underneath that swim platform. A little better, a little better. A little better. All right, let's go fish these docks, right? Let's go fish some docks. These look real good. We're in 3 feet here, but we got not a lot of vegetation around these docks. That's not a great cast. That's not great cast, but let's see what we can do. I feel like we'll catch one out of here. I'm not casting real great. Gotta bear with me here. Oh my. It's not easy to pitch when you have this giant contraption on your chest. It really isn't. These are not good pitches. I gotta slow down a little bit here. Back off this dock a little bit. Come on. There's got to be a fish under here. Gotta be a fish under here somewhere. I'm gonna find you, bud. I'm gonna find you. No, you're in there somewhere. There's one. There's one. God. Hello, hello, hello there. Hello there, largemouth. Come on up. Come on up and see everybody. All right. All right. All right. There he is, okay, in all his glory. Where is the 5-pounder at, bud? Where's your grandma? All right. I bet there's a few more under this dock. Bet you there's a few more. I gotta find the big ones, though. Gots to find where the big ones are at. All right. All right, Pete is in the house. It's really nice. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. If you decide to go with the Senko, is there enough clean water to go wacky rigged? There could be, Chris. I would definitely go wacky rig, actually. Paralization platform. It's nice watching other people fish like me. Weeds in the prop, bad cast, no fish. Just need some backlash and make me feel really at home. Scott, I backlash a ton. Okay, very nice. All right, yes. Pete, you're good luck, buddy. Let's see if we can, there's a tire right over there. Yeah, I'm in a, Pete, I got 5 hours here, brother. I've never even fished this lake before, Pete. I'm only fishing it because it has such great cell service. And I have no idea what the history is on this lake. Obviously, there's largemouth in it. I don't know. This could be just full of big largemouth. I haven't caught a big largemouth yet. But it's a small lake, which is really nice because with a kayak, it's manageable. And we're by Minneapolis, so it's just, I've got a great signal here. I got 5 bars kicking. And I like this lake too because we got plenty of docks to fish and we got plenty of vegetation. It's got a really nice ramp. So, I mean, maybe this will be a choice live streaming lake. Especially if we can catch a few big ones out of it. We've got 2 fish on camera so far. 2 fish on camera. Guys, if you like seeing fish caught live streamed, give this video a like. Share the video. Let people know that we're live streaming out on a lake in Minnesota right now. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we go live or we just upload content. There's a nice ladder. You always want to make sure you're doing pitches around ladders. I need to get back in there more though. That wasn't that great of a pitch. You need to get, when you're pitching, you need to get, typically, especially on a on a sunny day rather, you need to be pitching into the shade. That one will work. If this was a perfect world, that'll be a fish. Oh my goodness. Trying to control my kayak. And it's not cooperating currently. Alright, so let's see if we can get a pitch. There we go, right down that dock, or under that dock. Should definitely be one down here. Come on. There's gotta be a fish down through here. This phone chesty, Pete, is that what you asked what this was? This is made by live stream gear, Pete. I thought I told you that. I thought you knew that. It's just a chesty with a gooseneck on it. Do something like that. All right, so I need to go fish the kind of back behind this dock a little bit. I don't want to bypass anything. It's really tough boat control when you're just using the trolling motor on the back of a boat. A trolling motor on the front gives you so much more control. It's not even funny. But a trolling motor on the front of a kayak, for me, really wouldn't work because, at least on this kayak, because I use this on the river so much that I fish a lot of shallow water, and a bow-mounted trolling motor would just be a pain in the neck operating it in shallow water. Super shallow water. Just wouldn't work. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to do, let's see here. That's not good. That'll work. That's where I wanted it. Come on, right in there. Big fish, big fish, big fish. What we need to find is a dock in like 4 feet of water. Or deep, 4 or 5 feet of water. Oh my gosh, it'll be loaded with them. Hi. Oh my God, we got attack dogs. We got attack dogs. I got to get out of here, guys. I'm leaving, guys. I promise. I'm out of here. You can have your dock back. These are vicious. They look like some kind of a cross between a pit bull and a Belgian Malinois, so I need to leave this dock. Northwoods Angling, thank you for the super chat. Love you. Okay, yeah, we gotta, that's way too dangerous over there now. Many of these docks in this area have guard dogs, so it's something to be very watchful of. So I'm just gonna move on up to this next dock. Northwoods, guys watching this live stream, if you've not heard of Northwoods Angling, subscribe to their channel. It'll change your life. Big fish. They're all about big fish, giant catfish, alligator gar, anything big you can count on Northwoods Angling catching it. All right. So we got another dock here, okay. We got cloud cover. I'm so happy we have cloud cover because we got a little bit of a breeze. It's making boat control kind of difficult, but hopefully it's gonna keep that. That's not a good cast. Bear with me here. We got some windage now, so this is, difficulty level has just gone up substantially. But the wind now and some cloud cover should keep my phone from overheating, so. All right, let's see here. That could work right there. That could work. Docks, I wish they had a little bit more water on them. Yeah, we're gonna try to do these live streams every Friday. That is the goal. So kind of just put those, put that in your calendar. Another fishing show live streams at noon every Friday. That could be a fish right there. That looks kind of sexy where I just cast. Let's try this boat. This boat offers a little bit more cover. And let's see here. There should be one under this boat, right? Under this pontoon right by that motor. Wouldn't that be where you would be if you were a bass? Right there? Not a good quiet entry into the water, but whatever. I need to get being blown into this pontoon right now. I need to get under it. I'm not doing a good job. There, that's more like it. There's bait fish down there, I see. And just hold on to this dock here. There's a ton of bait fish underneath this pontoon. It's kind of interesting. Did you say something offensive, Earl? Your message retracted, I saw. It's all right. You know. Come on now. I really am amazed that there's not a fish to catch underneath this pontoon. But evidently there isn't. It's kind of wrong, really. All right, I'm gonna have to move out of this area with this trolling motor. That dock sucked. Let's try this one. Yeah, thank you, Northwoods, for the super chat. Hey guys, if you like our channel, you support our channel, the best ways to support us right now is to subscribe to Another Fishing Show. because this is honestly, this is a lot of work, but we love doing it. We think there's a lot of potential in social media, YouTube, and just to get a message out, provide for the first time in history the kind of content that you want to put out in the world. There's no gatekeepers really anymore. You can put out the kind of videos and art that you want out there, and create your own audience that can support you. So if you enjoy what we're doing, you want to support us, please subscribe. Also consider doing a super chat donation. It's not necessary, but it is appreciated. We've definitely got more difficult conditions now for boat control. We got wind, but my goodness, does it look good, like there should be some fish underneath this dock. We're gonna catch one underneath this dock. I just got to figure out how to get this kayak right. I'm just gonna kind of put that trolling motor right there in reverse. And let's see here. I gotta get under this dock better. Let's see what that might do. That's a pretty good cast right there. We are sitting in 3 feet of water. That's plenty of water for fish to be on this dock. I got to get my footing here. Like this right here, I'm set up now for a perfect pitch down through there. That should be a fish in a perfect world. Come on, fish. That should have been a fish right there. I don't know, these fish might be on more deeper vegetation on this lake right now. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, I don't know even how deep this lake is. You find like a deep weed edge or something, could be awesome. But there's always fish under docks, man. Always. Right down through there. Come on. Kind of shocked I haven't caught one out here. It's a pretty darn good looking dock. I've kind of figured out the boat control in here too. There's a fish. No, it's just weeds. Oof. Thought we had a nice one there for a second. Might have some stuff on the lens here. Let me clean the lens. Oh, come on, fish. That's a sexy dock right there. Is that I was about to set the hook. Try that. Big fish. Come on, big fish. I really want to catch one off this dock, but there doesn't seem to be anybody home. what's been going on? I'm missing some comments here. I need to get in the mix. Let's see. Jacob in the house. Good to see you here, brother. It's probably you doing the super chat, so thank you, Jacob. Let's see. I'm just looking at the comments right now. No, I can't type and work at the same time. I got you, Earl. No problem, man. Anyone here willing to show me how to use and set up a bait caster? I have one, but always get a big spider's nest. So I'll give you a little tip right now, Earl. So different bait casters have different setups. This one has, I believe this is a centrifugal braking system, but it could be magnets. But I actually, for this particular reel, it's kind of funny. When you're pitching, you typically want this set right here pretty low. But every reel is different. But this one I have on a max setting. So you want to set that, okay? This will slow the spool down when you're casting. All right? So this is one of the ways. The other way is then the brake here. All right? So what I do is I set this first, and I don't cast or anything with it first when I'm setting it, okay? So I basically, I'll set this, right now it's on max. I look at how that bait is falling, okay? It's falling pretty fast. When you're pitching like this, you want that spool to be set pretty loose, all right? When you're casting, you want this to be on more of a higher setting. Depending, if you have a lot of wind, you want this on a higher setting, okay? Less wind, you can have it on a looser setting. But the first time I'm setting up a reel, I'm hitting that thumb bar and watching how that lure falls, okay? If you want a free spool, and let's say you're pitching like what I'm doing, you typically want that spool to be pretty free. So I've set that. It's funny, this reel, like actually it's on, I shouldn't say it's on is that on a max setting? No, it's actually on a loose setting right now. The max setting, I guess, is all the way this way. So if I was like casting or something, I'd want it set more on the max setting or maybe in the middle. But when I'm pitching, I want this set really loose. And you can see how loose it is, how quickly that lure falls. But once I set that up, okay, then I go to the brake and then I kind of fine tune it with the brake. Okay, so I'll set this. Hold on, I'm about to hit a dock. Okay. I'll set this a little bit. You know, you can set this really tight, and then so your lure will slowly fall down when it's tighter, and then just loosen it up, and then it'll fall a little bit faster, and kind of find your comfort zone. And with casting, like I said, when you're casting, you want whether it's a centrifugal brake or a magnetic spool control, you'll want that setting to be, when you're casting, you want that setting to be a little bit set higher, you know, so you have more control. And then when you're pitching, you want it looser. So hopefully that helps a little bit. It's hard to, with not seeing you in person, you know, and kind of helping you through it, it's hard to kind of explain, but hopefully that's somewhat helpful. And this dock, I'm not a huge fan of because it's got vegetation all over it. But the thing, Earl, that's so great about bait casters is you've got way more control, especially when you're pitching like this, than you would with a spinning, you know, reel. Because I can thumb that line and just make a really precise presentation. You can't do that with a spinning reel. Just the mechanics of a spinning reel don't allow it. This dock stinks because there's just, I'm gonna try maybe right here. I gotta get in closer. There's vegetation all over this dock. I typically don't like that. It's harder to fish when it's like that. If I can get under the, I got grass all over this thing. Get under the, I gotta get under that motor. There's gonna be one that's gonna be right under that motor, I think. Yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't any bass under that dock, but it's with all that vegetation, I can't get under that dock enough and really fish it right. So I'm gonna go up to this dock up here. Actually, I'm putting the trolling motor in reverse because the wind's, pushing me into these docks, but it's actually kind of working, just putting the trolling motor in reverse here like this and working up through these docks here. All right, so this is nice. This is a deeper dock here, less vegetation. I'm gonna be really ticked if I can't catch a largemouth out of here. There's definitely a largemouth in here, I'm telling you. Sure as the world. Hold on here. Need to get proper framing. And there's a ladder here. You always want to fish ladders. You don't want to go over the ladder like I just did right there, but whatever. There's got to be a fish in this dock. It's plenty of depth. I think this dock is sitting, the end of it, in about 4 feet of water. Come on, right there. Right there. There's got to be one here. Gotta be one in here. Gotta be one in this dock. Come on. I haven't got a real good pitch in. If they're not over on this left side of this dock, they're probably over on this boat lift. Just try off the edge here. Come on, fish. That's not a good pitch. I need to make a cast back in there. Oh my gosh. There you go. How about that? Huh? That's what happens when you hit your bait on the back cast, like into the water. That's real professional there, bud. Nicely done. Come on. So this is I said this earlier, but what I'm throwing here is a biffle bug. Real sexy color, by the way. I like this two-tone thing going on. It's like a green pumpkin thing color. But it's rigged on a 1/4 ounce head. This is like a 4/0 EWG flipping hook. And a flipping hook basically just is thicker wire, so you don't bend the hook out when you set the hook. God dang it, I can't get under that dock. It's ticking me off. I gotta get under that dock, and I can't position this kayak properly. Oh my Lord. That is not what I want to be doing right now. Lord. I gotta get my act together here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my Lord. One of these is going to be the right cast. Right here, right here. That will work. That will work. Sitting in. This isn't as deep as I thought it was. Sitting in 3 feet of water here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. It's not exactly where I wanted it, but it could work. Ooh, that felt good. Come on, there's got to be a fish in here. That was kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly. Kind of ugly. Let's try this side of it. This side here. That could be one right there. Come on. Well, I got one good possibility. No. Okay, so that did not pan out. We got another dock up here. And okay, I haven't seen it. Yeah, so the next video podcast is coming. We just shot, what's today, Friday? We shot a video podcast on Wednesday, and we shot it on the Mississippi River. And yeah, we actually did a podcast on the water. So it was actually a lot of fun. But so that's going to air on Tuesday. We're going to drop that, right, Pete? That's what we're aiming for, Tuesday. So next week. Let's see here. I'm missing some comments. Okay, and tighten brake as little as when back off. He's kind of you want. Okay, thanks for the help. I have found using braid makes mistakes less complicated to fix, and I bring a pick in the tackle box. I can't cast out as far as everyone else, so I gave up on it. I can understand that frustration, Earl. Earl, I've learned by watching YouTube vids and lots of backyard practice. Yep, backyard practice is important. Just cast in your lawn. Okay, pitching in a 5-gallon pail in the backyard. Yep, that's good advice, Martin. All right, Dutch, you're probably gone by now, but I appreciate you being on the stream. Thanks for setting out to work. Going to go try again. Earl, good luck, Earl. All right. Yeah, we're getting mobile for sure, Martin. It's a funny visual doing a podcast on a body of water, especially a big body of water like the Mississippi. Boy, this lake has got a ton of just vegetation. I mean, it looks super sexy. I'm glad. I mean, I'm not saying that they couldn't hit something. There's a lot of it right here. This dock, low battery. I'm saying I have a low battery. Stand by, guys. There's a lot of it right here. This dock, low battery. I don't know why it would be saying I have a low battery. Why is it saying I'm having a low battery? Sorry, guys. I had a low battery warning. Yeah, I had a low battery warning on my phone, and I guess I have like a short in my my wire here. Oh goodness, we're back. We're back. We're back. So, yeah, lots of when you're out here doing these live streams, I'm learning you just have got to roll with all of these setbacks. So now we are charging my phone again, so we're just going to get back to it. We got a good looking dock here. It looks to be in enough water. So we're just going to let the current kind of, or the wind kind of blow us closer to this dock. I need to back up here on Ted. This dock looks sexy, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have much vegetation on it. And it seems to be in enough water. I'm thinking we're probably sitting in 3 or 4 feet of water here at the end of this dock. So I'm just gonna keep the trolling motor, have the bow of the kayak kind of pointed at the dock like that, and then have the trolling motor be kind of in reverse, kind of kicking it in reverse from time to time. This dock feels good. Dock feels right. I don't want to get too close to it though. I could see a 5-pounder being in there, couldn't you? Get a little bit closer. All right, first cast is into the dock, right by the ladder there. Can't tell from here whether there's a bunch of grass all over that dock or not. It doesn't seem like there is. great cast. I'm kind of just waiting for the wind to drift me closer to that dock. This is, the hook point is kind of in the plastic a little bit. What's cool about this biffle bug is these legs on it here. You can kind of swim it around, you know, cover instead of just always dragging it on the bottom. It's a nice little feature. All right, this should be a fish right here in a perfect world. That wasn't. I need to get back in there a little bit more. There we go. That should be a fish. In a perfect world, that's a fish. In a perfect world. Oh, dang it. Right in there. This has got some weeds on it. Oh, Lord. Come on. Come on. Right back in there. Let's go. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah. That was much tougher than I thought it would be. We've got a bunch of scattered vegetation through here. Let's see if I can just swim this biffle bug through this stuff and see if I can't pick one off doing that. There's some more docks that are hopefully in some deeper water that I want to fish. I need to keep on working through this, you know, across this lake here. So, all right, let's, I got to get positioned here. Okay, so I'm basically in a weed bed right now. And I'm just going to swim this biffle bug through these weeds and see if I can't pick something up doing that. It's got these nice little paddle legs on it. Let's keep moving here. Kind of curious. I don't even actually know what's around this bend right here, around this point. There is a lay down right here. If you guys can see that, I should probably throw this biffle bug around this lay down. I'm kind of seeing a weed edge right here. I kind of want to, let's hold on for a second. There's a nice weed edge right in front of me here. Kind of pitch this biffle bug around this outside weed edge. Yeah, this is a pretty nice edge right here. We are going to fish this lay down here shortly, but I do want to see if I can catch one off this weed edge. Alright, so we got a lay down right there. You guys see that? I need to be, that's not the best cast. That's better. There's one. Ah, dang it. I'm not sure if that was a bass or not. He took my tail. That was not a bass. That's not a good cast either. I know where I need to get with this thing, and I just, oops, almost got. I'm gonna try to catch a fish with only one. See that? It's only got one appendage now. God, I gotta get closer to this wood. We got nice wood right here. This could be the ticket right in here. Yeah, there should be a fish in here. Really should be a fish in here. God, I'm just not pitching where I need to be. I need to be underneath. That's good enough. Lord. I mean, if I was a bass, I'd be right back in there. No doubt. We're back in here. Right back in there. Pretty shallow up through here. Water's relatively clear too. I mean, you can see the bottom, which I'm not a big fan of. Come on. There could be one in here in this bush. This bush looks pretty darn good. biffle bug on, but I don't want to waste the time to do it. This bush could definitely have a fish on it. I need to get way back in there. Come on, how is there not a fish back in there? Seriously. That's not a, that's a terrible cast, Underdahl. Right back in there, come on. Oh, Lord. That might... Oh, that might have been a fish. I need to put on a new biffle bug here, okay? I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle it anymore. Let's put on a new one. This goes in the fallen soldiers pile right there. And we're just gonna pick up a new one here. Your standard Texas rig. I'm using 20-pound fluorocarbon. And this trolling motor is just full of weeds right now. Hopefully I can get out of here. All right. Whew. Okay, so yeah, there it is. That's the finished product. Oh my gosh, this trolling motor is about to explode. We got to get out of these weeds. See if we can't. We got this overhanging bushes over here. Let's see if we can't pull largemouth out of them. Quite a bit of rain here lately. I could see one being underneath these overhanging branches here. Although I wish it was clean. I wish there wasn't any. Well, let's try it. Might be able to get. Yeah, not a huge fan of. There's one spot I could see a largemouth being, and I can't really get in there right now. That's not a great cast. Not a great cast. That's better. Fish just jumped over there. Okay, I'm not really sold on this area. Not really sold, I don't. try this. We got a log right here. Looks kind of sexy. I'm gonna lay down right there. Pretty sexy looking lay down. Looks like it's been there for about 100 years. I actually see another one back here I didn't see before. Oh. Yeah, I've never been on this body of water. So I'm just kind of exploring right now. Trying to figure out the different ways you can catch them, the different forms of cover that they might be on this lake. It's shallow in here though, so it's not super clear water. So that's a positive. Got some nice wood up here. We got more docks. Hopefully got some deeper docks maybe. That's not a great cast. Let's see. There's not a lot of water on this wood here. God dang, I'm casting terribly. I don't even know if these fish relate to wood here. I mean, why wouldn't they relate to wood? I'm just casting terribly. It's driving me crazy. Terrible casting today. Like right here. This looks very fishy. I could see a fish being in here. Of course, I just cannot. I know exactly where I need to be here, and I just can't get there. I keep on hitting that stupid branch right there. There. That'll work. Let's try this again. Dang it. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep on going here and seeing what's around this bend. This is kind of just a shallow flat, and I can see the bottom. It's not that sexy looking, really. We do have this laydown coming up here. That might be worth a cast or two. Or 5. Let's see, we're in 2.8 feet of water. Just make some casts outside of this here. Cast on the outside of this wood first. Got some docks kind of up here. I am in grass. Still pretty shallow in here. It's 2.7 feet of water in here. I'm not super sold on this. It could be in here though. Right there. Be nice to find a deeper bank here somewhere. There's a fish. There's a fish. What? There's a fish that got off. Okay. Goodness gracious. This stuff is so shallow in here. I'm not a big fan of any of this. It's too shallow and I can see the bottom in here. I don't think that was a big fish, whatever it was. So let's see what these going. Well, we got some good wood up here. This is worth checking out. Hopefully we getting some deeper water around here. Let's see how deep it is around here. It's saying it's 4 feet right here. This is better. Yeah, this is deeper right in here. Yeah, we got deeper water right here. We got some overhanging. Let's go back and fish these bushes here a little bit. It's a little bit deeper water in here. Yeah, this feels good in here. We got a little bit deeper water in these, around these overhanging bushes. There's one. There's one. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's fun. Lord have mercy, is that fun. Yeah, it's basically, come here. Let's see here. The people at home got to see this landing here. Come here. Be nice now. Okay. All right. There we are. So I couldn't see the bottom of these bushes. What am I trying to say here? I'm speechless. I'm so excited. Okay. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't see the bottom where these overhanging bushes were. So when that happens, that makes me feel a lot more confident that there's bass under there. There's more water, more area for them to be in, and sure enough, there was. So there's at least one under there. I have a feeling there's a number of fish under these overhanging trees and bushes this whole length. As long as we have enough depth. Right now we're looking at right here, we're in about 3.5 feet of water. And like I said, I couldn't see the bottom, so that's good, because then That's an indicator that there's water, enough water down there for bass to live. All right, let's catch another one. I've got biting flies on my ankles. Really, I love biting flies. It's so much fun. All right, so let's just kind of, I like to bury that, I shouldn't say bury the hook point, but put a little bit of that hook point into the plastic. It's a little bit more weedless. Vapor 10, I'm glad you're here, buddy, if you're still here. All right. I'm gonna have to straighten out this phone here for a second. All right, we're gonna catch some in these bushes. Let's see here. Could there be more? I think there's a good chance there's a lot more down through this bank. Vapor 10, Fish and More, has your best interests in mind. Welcome to another fishing show. Your family here. This is a very dysfunctional family. And it's just the way I like it. All right, let's see if we can't catch, 4 or 5 pounder down this bank. Yeah, there's plenty of water back in there. Kind of going through this a little bit too quick. There's one. There's one. Hello. Oh, hi there. Hi. Hi. Okay. All right, go ahead. Are you gonna jump, or you just okay? You're just gonna sit there like that. That's fine. That's fine. All right. All right. There's another one back in there. That's good. Guys, I think we figured something out. Haven't caught a real big one yet, but we're catching them. If you like the video, you're liking this live stream, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Another Fishing Show. Hit the bell icon to be notified every time we go live and upload new content. All right, so they're in these bushes. We got plenty of water under the bushes, so they're living there. The question is, how big of fish are under these bushes? Are they smaller fish? Are they all smaller fish? Are there bigger ones? We just got to keep exploring. Let's see here. I'm going to move down the bank a little bit more. It's getting a little shallower in here, which I'm not a fan of. Bear with me as I turn my kayak. That should be a fish. That should be a fish. Ooh, there's a big carp. Maybe they'll eat this. Wouldn't that be something? Carp eating the biff. He looks like he's eating it. Or wanted to eat. He turned on it. Got some carp back there. Guys, if you're liking this live stream, consider sharing the video right now. Letting the world know that we're live out on a lake near Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ooh, God, I gotta get this. Looks really good right here. I gotta get this cast right. I'd like to be back in there more, but let's see. There's probably a fish in this bush right here. But you gotta penetrate the bush. Like that. Hopefully this bank still keeps some depth to it. I don't want it to get too shallow. This bank is getting shallower. Just gonna move up here a little bit. See if we can't find some thicker bushes. We've got plenty of laydowns up here, but I'm hoping there's probably a fish back in here. Shade and overhanging bush. Here goes a kingfisher. They're always such a pissed off bird. Kind of like a blue heron. You can get very pissed. See, so this bush right here, you gotta, if you're gonna catch one out of it, typically you've gotta be, busting through that stuff. So that, I got through it there. Because those fish are gonna be in there deep, in that shade. That did not work. We've got a laydown here. I'm not a real big fan of laydowns if they're not in a little deeper water. If they're in shallow water that you can, where you can see the bottom, I don't feel that confident fishing them. There's the carp. Got some carp in the area. I'm not not really feeling it too much in here. I might throw a frog around some of this stuff. Yeah, I should probably throw a frog around this stuff a little bit. Grabbing the frog odd. I'm not really feeling this frog all that much, to be honest. I'll do one more cast. I got to get a better boat position here. Right down this log here. That's not really where I wanted it. It's not too bad, but I've been letting this frog sit a lot more since the water temperature's gotten so warm. I've been letting it just sit still a lot. I've had two of my biggest largemouth this year just having it sit still. Cast into this area in here with this frog. It's not really where I wanted it, but whatever. Got some sexy wood back in there though. I just spooked something. Oh, I gotta get this rod out of the way. It's messing up my casting abilities. What is going on here? Why is this thing on? That is not how you cast. I don't recommend you cast into the trees like that. It's typically not a good idea. I gotta get some loose line out of the spool right now. I know this is extremely exciting. Come on. I don't want there to be any loose line there. I see a lot of carp back in here. Do more and more casts with this frog back in here. All right, we're gonna go fish some docks. What do you say? All right. Put this motor in reverse. Here we go. No, that's forward. I'm getting bit by a stupid biting fly. And get ready for my face. Here it is. Hi, everybody. Yeah, this is... I'm really trying to compose this properly. This bank got shallower, so it's not as appealing to me now. I like, you know, if we could have some 4 feet around there and deeper, that'd been awesome if it could stay that way, but now it's like getting flat. So there's some docks up here. We'll see if there's some deeper water on these docks and see if we can't catch them on that Texas rig biffle bug. Although there is this laydown tree there. Do you guys see that? Right there. Gonna have to check that out. Doesn't look like there's a lot of water on it. I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's go try these docks. These docks might be loaded. You just never know. All right. This looks good. I like these docks. I don't see any vegetation around these docks. They're gonna be easier to fish. I got a stupid bug around my face right now that's driving me bonkers. All right, we should be able to catch one out of this dock. There's one. I just missed one right there. One just bit it. All right, that should work right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of crazy if there's a fish on this dock here. It's right. Come on, Underdahl. Come on. This dock is all kinds of right. There's no vegetation around it. Got overhead cover. Nice, Dutch. Welcome back, brother. Oh, I'd like to have a beer right now. That sounds fantastic. I don't know why there wouldn't be a fish under that. Let's try this boat lift here, the end of it. Yeah, AC, brother. It is definitely humid out here right now. Dutch, what time is it right now? For whatever reason, I can't. I don't carry a watch. I just use my iPhone. I probably should wear a watch from now on. $3:01. Okay, thank you. And that's Central Time, right? Why isn't there a fish in this dock? What the hell? I mean, this is stupid. We got plenty of water on this dock, and I can fish it cleanly. There's no grass anywhere. Huh. Actually, okay. There might be a really big one. I've had this happen where you just keep pitching a dock, like you don't have it, there's nothing going on, you know, but you keep pitching and then finally, bonk, and it's a giant. There's a nice tire up here. That was not a great cast, but we'll figure it out. I need to get closer. Where am I going to pitch here? I refuse to believe there isn't a fish underneath this dock. But there might not be a fish under this dock. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. One last pitch. That's not a great pitch, but whatever. This dock looks really, really good. I am going to move to the next dock. Shall we? All right. Which one of these has a 5-pounder underneath it? That's what I want to know. Bank 2. This is nice. We got 6 feet of water here, right out here. And this bank looks a little bit deeper too with all these overhanging trees. We might be able to catch some off of this bank. So let's see here. This we should be able. Come on, I'm not going to make any other predictions today. But this dock looks really, really good. Not gonna lie. I can see a giant being under here. If I was a bass, I'd be right down there. Like right there. That looks really, really good. Like, why wouldn't there be a fish there? Come on, really? Seriously? That is odd. Very odd. Very odd that you can't catch them off these docks here. I mean, well, let's not say they can't be caught. I haven't fished but 2 of these docks, so. Gotta fish the ladder. Always gotta fish the ladder. It's kind of interesting. I would have said there'd be some fishing. They might not just want this, might not want this biffle bug. Or they might be shallower on this dock. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, if I was a bass, I'd be living underneath there. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Terrible, terrible cast. Oh, interesting. They're not digging these docks. Maybe they like this tree here. Big white oak tree right here. Looks sexy. I gotta fix my biffle bug. Stand by. Oh my lord. Gotta cast this loose line off the spool. Oh, I just missed one. They definitely, on this bank, they seem to be on trees. I gotta move off this. I gotta move off this tree. I just had one there. Let's move off this tree. Yeah, I just missed one. Immediately. Right off that tree. They don't care about this dock. Let's get a new biffle bug out. Right here. Bear with me here. Having some technical difficulties. Oh yeah. So they're, at least on this part of the lake, they are relating to overhanging bushes and trees, it would appear. So this is a big white oak that is basically, I don't know if it's dead or it's just kind of overhanging in the water here. I'm gonna go back over. No, it's alive, obviously. It's still green. I gotta get this loose line out of this spool. All right. All right. I think we'll be able to catch one out of this tree if I can position this kayak properly. All right. I need to get a cast way back in there. That's not great, but let's see. I'm actually hanging over a branch right now. The sun would appear that it's coming out. That might push them on the docks better. I don't know. Sounds good though, doesn't it? That sun is coming out, and that could spell disaster for this phone getting too hot. There we go, come on, right in there. Got to get back in there more. I'm getting pushed too far back in. Oh, darn it, darn it, darn it. I need to be right in there. And I can't. This kayak is moving all over the damn place. Really don't want that sun to come out. I mean, it'd probably be better for this stuff, but it's gonna overheat this phone. Oh my lord. not get where I want to get. Half-ass hook or half-ass pitches. That's better. Oh my God. I feel like a bite right there. I know there's a fish back in there. That's not really where I want it. This will be really interesting if I get a bite. I'm like over several branches. Right there, that should be a fish. Come on. Come on, Biffle Bug. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, the sun is coming out. Biffle Bug bust, that's right. It's heartbreaking. One last cast. I'm going to try to skip it under. That was a kind of a terrible skip, but it still got under there somehow. All right, let's keep on going down this bank. I'm going to put this cap over this phone right now so it kind of shields it. Tell me if you guys can. Why did I do that the last time? Got the sun coming out. I'm concerned that this phone's going to overheat. Sure, you see it there. We don't want that. Just the wonders of how can this work? Am I smart enough to figure this out? All right. So we're just gonna go down this bank and looks like it's a little too shallow up at this bank. We're gonna go up this next dock. Some of these, God, you know what? That's shaded enough back in there. I better pitch in there. We got some bushes up here that I should definitely be pitching under because they're shady. All right, let's see here. This looks kind of sexy in here. Oh boy, that should be a fish. That's a bluegill biting it. Should be a Oh, I'm coming in too fast on this. Dang it. Dang it. Feels good in the shade though. Yeah, I can see a fish being back in this stuff. Yeah, I can see a fish being back in this stuff. It's shallow, but it's so shaded back in here. I could see him being back in here. So we'll find any shaded bushes I find. I'm gonna make some pitches to them. We got this up here. Like right here. Oh boy, here comes the sun, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there's probably a fish back in there. But it's just, it is super shallow. I don't like that it's so shallow back in there, but that could be fishy in there. It's like we're getting a little bit more water in here. Oh, what's on that? We don't want anything on the bifflebuck. I could see a fish being right back in there. Come on. God, there's a lot of shade back in here. Kind of botched that up. That's kind of a crappy deal right there. I kind of botched that up. That should be a fish. Oh, there should be a fish in here. This looks like there should be a fish in here. Got more water on this bank. I'm liking this bush right here big time. I gotta get my act together though. I gotta get way back into this bush. And I'm not doing it. Oh, I just hooked myself. I don't I don't recommend you hook yourself when you're doing this. There, that should be a fish. Come on. Oh, son of a... It's getting quite toasty right now. Not gonna lie. Just got bit. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff to have fish here. Dang it, this has got more water on it back in here. Come on, there's got to be a fish in this stuff. That is not good. So move out of this. God, that's frustrating. There really should be some fish in these overhanging bushes. Alright, maybe we can catch one off a dock. Boy, that sun is bright. Whew. There should be a fish under these docks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm perplexed that there isn't. on, Greg. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cast out here first. There we go. God, there's plenty of shade underneath this dock. It's kind of perplexing. Ah, it's terrible pitch. Terrible pitch. A little bit better pitch. God, I cannot believe that I can't get one out of here. God, that's crazy. Crazy. Oh, come on, dude. There's a big one. There's a big fish there. I got a big one, guys. I got a big fish. He's pulling me into the dock. This is a good one. This is a good one. Finally. 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 This is a big old fish. Finally. Oh. Finally, a good one on a dock. Oh. Come hither. Come hither. Oh. Whoo, gosh. That was tough. All right, we got our big fish, guys. There it is. That is about, I would say, he is so, look how thick his back is. He is about a 3 3/4, I would say. And we're going to end it on him. We're going to end this live. Should we end this live? Let's fish this dock out, okay? Let's fish the rest of this dock, and then we're going to end this live stream. All right? Get more size, and then we'll end this live stream. All right. Thank you, bud. Oh my gosh, do I love that. We'll fish the rest of this dock and this live stream. He was away from the dock a little bit. This dock is sitting in 4.5 feet of water. I mean, it's just they're a little sluggish, 3 o'clock is the peak time, so we're past peak. Gosh, do I love doing that. That is so much fun. Goose. Man, oh man, let me just adjust this a bit here. How about a thumbs up for that bass, huh? Okay. See if we can't catch a nice one off this dock. That fish might have been 4 pounds. He was close, if not 4. He's probably 3 3/4, something like that. It's 83-degree water temp, so they're sluggish. Thank you, Martin. Yes. And just drop this by this ladder. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you guys sticking with this. It's been, like most live streams, a struggle. Thank you, Dutch. Appreciate you guys hanging with and being patient. They're when it gets into the low 80s for water temp, it's tough. You really got to slow down. Definitely something I need to work on is slowing down. I think even pitching, you think of soft plastic, is slow, but I think it's real easy to fish too quick when you're pitching. Just pitching out of it, you pitch to an area and then you do a couple jigs and then move to another area. I think you need to look longer a lot of times, especially in the conditions like this. Dutch, is that a unicorn? I can't see that. It's beautiful, whatever it was. Oh gosh, that should be a fish right there. Ooh, did I just pull it away from a fish right there? It's reeling in, it kind of solid, but that's probably a piece of grass. That should be a fish. Come on. I guarantee you there's more than one fish underneath this dock. It's providing such good shade. They're just sluggish right now. Interesting to see how well really like a Senko would do. Just casting around these docks when the conditions are like this, when they're just super sluggish. I might try that after this live. Report back. Kind of just trying to let the kayak get close enough to this dock that I can grab the dock. I'm excited that I figured set the hook with this contraption on my chest, this live streaming contraption. This is exciting news. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to set the hook with a bait caster. I can with a spinning rod because I set it on that, on this side and the right side, but the left side is how I typically, or like in the middle is how I set the hook on a bait caster, and it goes right into the camera typically. So I've kind of figured out, just I'm retraining myself to set the hook on one side. That kind of sucked. I don't know what to do. I didn't want to do that either. There's a fish. There's a little fish, like a sunfish or something grabbing it. All right, I'm gonna move out here a little bit. And I'm gonna fish this boat. Try to catch a 5-pounder off this boat and then wrap this thing up. That was not a good pitch. All right, well, this is going to be me signing off here, and we had a break there because, of course, my iPhone overheated. It's been kind of the story of the day, my iPhone overheating. I had some clouds kind of move through, and then it was nice because it cooled off, and then my iPhone wasn't overheating, and then last 30 minutes, the sun started coming out, and my phone overheated again. So luckily caught a nice one, about 3 3/4, 4-pounder off a dock to kind of close it out. And I really appreciate you guys sticking with me here. I really enjoy this angle. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. That kind of point of view, first person shot, especially live. I think it's a cool angle, and the idea is hopefully you kind of feel like you're out here fishing yourself. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or we upload new content. And have I said give the video a like? Just subscribe. That's like the biggest thing to support us. Is just hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. Guys, I've enjoyed being out on the lake with you, and I will see you soon. I want to try to do this every Friday. Take care.